much is to do with quantifying something. So it's like, what's the methodology of quantifying something? I don't know, God knows, but in English it makes sense. But if you to translate the same words to someone in a different language, they will say, "But why using how?" Because how is more like, what's the method behind something, right?
When you say how are you, you're not quantifying anything, innit? So
Yeah, you're not saying how, like what's like in what way are you good, like kind of thing. It's just
Urdu would say kitna, for how much, right?
yeah.
But in how you would say
Kis tarah.
we say
Kis-
kaisa or
Guess it, yes, but it's a different word, yeah.
different word.
Yeah, it's a different word, yeah. But in English you'll have the how, but in Arabic it'll be different.
Urdu is closer to Arabic.
Because Urdu is a derivative of Arabic. That's why it's derived from.
Even Bangla's got after of Urdu, Arabic.
It would, because obviously they're all in that kind of, that area together, right? So it would. Okay, cool. So men, yeah. Okay, so you're gonna come into a room, yeah, and there's like spilt tea everywhere, and you're gonna say man fa'ala hada. Who did this, right?
Proper imagery, man.
This, Arabic. If the more expression you use, right, the more it's gonna go into your head, kind of thing. The more passionate you are, or not passionate, but like the more emotion involved, the better it's gonna become. So anyway, we're gonna go into a room, right, and we're gonna switch at everyone. Man, you know what? Another thing as well, right? When I used to initially, when I started learning Arabic, right? So all these words are proper would bring like an emotion into them. So I wouldn't say man fa'ala hada, I'd be like, man fa'ala hada. But I'm like literally saying it on my own, right? So if you watch me, it looks like I'm crazy, but trust me, it works massively. Like it really to like embed it inside your head. It makes a massive difference because things you're bringing emotions into it, and the whole feeling behind it, etc. And it's fully coming in,
Imagine you switching out a kid.
Literally, last week we were switching at Nizam's nephew in the lesson. Okay, so man fa'ala هذا من فعل هذا. Okay, who done this, yeah? Okay, cool. Okay, so who done this, right? So man is who? Fa'ala. Okay, so you remember earlier on, right? We had the word fa'ala and we kept writing fa'alta on it. So we kept saying هل فعلت هذا, like, did you do this? Like, it kept being added onto there. So now when we're saying who did, right, we're keeping it clean because we don't know who did it. So we're not attaching anyone to it. And there we're just writing هذا, like who did this, right? Who did this? Okay, so you know what? This is actually a really good word by word translation. Who did this? Question mark. Is it actually how we say it in English as well?
Yeah, literally.
من فعل هذا. Okay, من ربك. Okay, so we done who, right? We're gonna do who again. من ربك. ربك. Anyone know what that means? Perfect, bro. من ربك, yeah. If you're talking to a female, you ربك. You, yes, spot on, yeah. Man rabbuka, yeah. So the Lord is belonging to the calf there, right? So it's like, who is your Lord, basically? Man rabbuk. Okay. So we can do man kataba, yeah. Who wrote? Man kataba hada. So you come into like class, right? And some students like graffitied all over the teacher's board before the lessons begun. Man kataba. Man kataba hada. Cool. So man fa'ala hada. Man rabbuk. Who? Lord, you Yeah. من كتب, wrote. It's past tense. هذا is this. Cool. One more sentence. These sentences, yeah, the more you repeat them. So look, we done fa'ala again, right? We just did it one more time again because it's coming in so many different sentences. We done rabbuk, kitab. We've done kitab earlier on as well. So kataba. So these are coming again and again. The more they're coming up, the better it is, because then we can utilize the same word in so many different sentences, right? So imagine like having 20 different sentences, right, with the word men inside it. It's really going to stick inside your head, especially if you're making Anki notes, right, or any flashcard notes, because let's say it says who wrote this, right, and it's got a question mark at the end of it. How do you say that in Arabic? It's going to ask you in the flashcard. Do you know, who can say it?
What was the question?
Who wrote this?
Man kataba.
Spot on, perfect. So now you know the word men, and you know kataba, and you know hada. The flashcard will not repeat that again to you next time. It'll just bring it up in the future at some point instead, because you know these words already, and you're becoming strong at them, right? What else can we do for men?
من هذا رجل.
Yeah, من هذا الرجل, yeah, spot on, yeah, from last week. Last week, yeah. من هذا الرجل, yeah. He literally does.
Well, we also did ma dinuka, which is
What?
okay. Ma is what? Okay.
Yeah. So last week we had done this thing where it says mother, which is what, and ma is also what. I couldn't figure out why you're using different ones, like in each sentence, but intuitively it comes in your head. That's one of the examples I gave at the beginning of the class. Like it just comes in. من هذا الرجل, yeah. من رجل. Okay, I'm going to make a deliberate mistake here. Let's see if we can pick up on it.
So why is there the hada before rajul in this circumstance?
Because you're saying this
So what does rajul mean?
man.
Oh, so who is this man?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I made a deliberate mistake there. Can anyone figure it out?
Is it how you wrote the gene?
No.
The rajul is not being possessed, or is it something?
It's something. Yeah, spot on.
Why?
So it should have al before it, yeah. Because I'm talking about a definitive man.
Who is this man? Yes.
This I'm talking about a definitive man. I'm not saying.
Specific.
So what if you just say man rajul?
Al-Kitab is specific book.
That's like saying who man.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It wouldn't.
Well, that's a bit like saying who's a man.
Yeah.
But like that kind of thing, yeah. But this one here, what we're trying to do is man hadha rajul. So the ra would have that. Yeah, spot on. Man who this man. That's too funny. There's so many memes coming to my head, but I'm like, bro, we're gonna publish this on the internet. I don't want to say something out of place. Okay, man.
What if you don't know if it's a man or woman, like in today's day, you just want to say, you just want to say who's this? Like, who's this person? You know what I mean? No, not person. You just want to say who's this?
Okay, you can say man hadha, yeah. Who's this?
So like so you're in a room and there's a new person there.
You can say who's this, yeah.
Okay, man hadha, that's it.
You can say, if you want to say person, you say man hadha shakhs.
But you don't need to. You could just say man hadha.
Yeah. Who's this? Yeah. It's like you might be saying who's this, right? I'll say it's my nephew.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something like that,
Yeah. Oh, but yeah. Or you can say man huwa, who is he? Or man hiya, who is she? So we've done men. Okay, men. 4 men's here, right? I can do more if you want. Do another one? The man's dying here. Alright, cool, that's fine. Shall we conclude at that then, yeah? That's fine, that's cool.
Yeah, good stuff.
Any questions?
1 second, bro.
Of course. The main thing here, right, is any notes that you make from today, look, it doesn't have to be like you go over them for like a whole hour. Even if you do like 5-10 minutes, literally a day, right? put an alarm on your phone or whatever kind of thing happen, or when you wake up in the morning, you just look at it 5-10 minutes. It'll stay inside your head. And the next lesson, for example, I want to go with more examples, right? Then it'll make a better sense because other things are still stuck in your head from the previous lesson, and it's like building blocks. They'll make more sense. But what happens is if you don't go over it, then a few months into it, etc., you might struggle to keep up because the examples I'm using, the words you might not understand and they might not click in, etc., stuff like that.
We've written it down, so I think at the beginning of every week we just do a recap.
Yeah, that's an excellent idea. That's a smashing idea. We can do a recap at the beginning of every next lesson as well.
Like a pop quiz, isn't it? Ask her what
Yeah.
it is.
Oh yes, that's just true. Yeah. I can look at one of the notes, etc. You just remind me to do it like
Okay,
that.
a good thing for the brothers as well is if you've got anyone at home, just try to teach what we've learned to them as
Yes,
well.
it's teaching someone else. Yeah, honestly, it makes a massive difference.
Um,
Hence, I'm trying to teach right now because, like,
you can improve your own thing.
yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to spell Hada. I keep forgetting. So it's like it's kind of putting on the spot. But yeah, honestly, if you could teach someone else, like literally, like you could teach your mum, man, teach mum, dad, sisters, brothers, whatever. It'll make a huge difference. Makes a massive difference. Is that okay?
Just
That's
have-
fine.
I'll try it. Camden does.
Yeah, that's fine, bro. Cool. I'll rub that out. You might as well pause everything.
Shall I turn it off? Yeah.
Yeah, please. Yeah.